Hey guys!
Hi!
You're sounding chirpy today.
Well, sunny weather always puts me in a good mood.
And you're sure it's just that?
Well, I did get to meet Edward's family today.
What was it like?
Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
So?
Well, he always talks about his mum like she's a little bit funny, so I was a bit worried. But actually it was okay.
Just okay?
Well, she wasn't thrilled about him dating anyone, which is completely understandable given the circumstances. But I think we did make it amicable.
Good.
She did ask me about my medical history though, you know, right at the beginning of the conversation. Oh, but his sisters are really nice.
How many of them are here?
All 4 of them.
Oh. So I have a bit of news which some of you might find upsetting, but I reckon Elinor will find a relief.
What?
I've decided that this will be my last ever episode for my video blog.
Really? I mean, you put so much effort into it and people really like it. I mean, did you know that all of Edward's sisters watch it?
I know, but it feels like it's come to a natural end because it was meant to be about freshers in first year and now my first year is done.
This is because you've got a boyfriend, isn't it?
Elinor, don't be so mean. No, I feel like I should stop focusing on all of this and start focusing on myself a bit more.
Hang on, so the whole Elinor and Marianne take Barton hasn't been about you?
Well, not really, because it's been more about what people have done to me and how I feel about things, but not actually about me. You know the difference?
Not really.
Okay, so it sounds a bit cheesy, but I want more personal development, which I know it sounds like school, but I realised that I don't know what I want to do after university, because I focus so much on getting good A-levels and then choosing the right university and then getting into that university that I don't know what comes after. So yeah, basically I feel like I should take some time away from the internet and figure out how I've changed, because I know I have changed.
So what are you going to do? Is it going to involve bungee jumping and extreme sport?
No, I just want some new experiences. Like, I want to read and travel and see the world and make friends and make enemies. No, and stay up till 3 AM discussing the meaning of life. And I bought a new notebook to start writing again. Basically, I used to write these long dramatic stories about murders and love affairs.
And then she used to make them into plays and expect me to act them out with her.
Some things never change, but kind of got distracted from it because of, well, Dad and financial reasons, and so I felt like summer is a good time to start it up again. So do you approve?
Well, as long as I don't have to be involved at all, well, I definitely approve. And I think maybe stopping the videos is probably the best idea for everyone.
Okay, so yes, again, maybe put my problems all over the internet wasn't the best idea.
You don't say.
And it might have contributed to some of the things that happened, but it did clarify some things.
No, Marianne.
Edward,
no.
Considering that this is meant to be the finale of my show, I thought it would be appropriate to tell you what's happening with everyone. Most of this information is from Charlotte, so if you're watching, Charlotte, thank you. Although, what am I saying? Of course you're watching. And I have something I need you to do.
I feel so stupid.
You look wonderful. So, Charlotte is the same as ever, really. She broke up with her boyfriend a couple of weeks ago.
She broke up with her boyfriend?
Yeah.
What happened? Why didn't I hear about
Well,
this?
it was like the biggest non-event ever. I was expecting, you know, ice cream and constant reruns of Gilmore Girls, but she's mentioned it casually when we had our post-exam movie night.
Why?
She said something about wanting more time for herself at university, or whatever that means.
Saving the planet.
World domination.
So how did Charlotte react when she found out about you and Brandon?
Can we not?
Oh, we can.
Well, after screaming for a good 10 minutes, she then went on to post it on Twitter, Facebook, and then went through a whole address book and told everyone there. She always waits up in the kitchen when I get back from Brandon for a debrief.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit creepy, Charlotte. Obviously no one from our flat speaks to Lucy, but Charlotte knows someone who does gymnastics who said that Lucy's recently joined and is apparently their star team member and everyone loves her. She's also snagged herself a hot rugby boy.
Oh, that is just so...
Typical?
Yes.
Yeah. Will and I haven't really gone beyond a hey since everything happened, but I do see his updates on Twitter and they are hilarious. It's really hard when you'd walk to the end of the earth for a girl and she won't even pick up a phone to say hi.
He actually wrote that?
Yeah. And Charlotte said he's been sleeping with like all the netball girls, but then says he can't even be in a relationship right now because so many girls have taken him for a ride and he can't handle it right now. So Will, if you're watching this, please grow up. Edward is... Actually, why don't you tell us how Edward's doing?
Well, he finally told his mum that he'd switched to a history degree.
And how'd that go?
Not too great, but I don't think she wants to upset him at the moment.
Understandably.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit worried, but hopefully he'll just fall into a well-paid job.
So what's he doing this summer?
He's actually going to Africa to teach children English, and before that he's coming to stay with us.
Wait, he's coming to Norland? Mm-hmm. Why don't I know this? Why am I the last to know everything?
Do you want to cover this one?
Okay, so Brandon has to work on his thesis over the summer, so he's mostly staying here, and he wanted to take me to Paris, but I said no.
What? But Marianne, that's where the Phantom of the Opera is set.
I know, but I told him I don't think it's a good idea because I don't want to rush into things, and I really, really want us to work.
Well, that's very...
Besides, I want him to take me to Vienna over the winter, and we can't afford to do both. So, what will you be doing over the summer?
Well, I actually got a summer job at the Delaford.
That is the only restaurant in Norland. Aren't you doing anything more fun?
Well, actually, I'm going to be using the money to go to art classes. Is that fun enough for you?
That is actually quite an exciting summer.
So, Marianne, I'm sure our audience wants to know all about your summer plans.
Well, I think I'm going to do some writing, maybe a play or a novel. But I just got my reading list for the summer.
And?
It is ridiculously long, that I'm going to be spending the whole holiday locked up in my room.
Oh, the trials of an English student.
So, do you approve?
Well, as long as you're not going to write any more Twilight fan fiction.
Hey, I was 14 when I wrote that. And don't look at me like that. You know you enjoyed Twilight when you first read it. Just admit it.
What was it called again? Oh yeah, Tears of Forbidden Pain.
Shut up. So, I guess that's pretty much it.
If we're finished here, Edward's mum's invited me for lunch, so I should probably get going.
Well, why wasn't I invited?
Because you're not Edward's girlfriend.
But you two are only together because of me.
Oh my god. You have not changed a bit.
But why would you want to change perfection? So, you know how all great stories have some kind of message? Well, kind of like Jane Eyre is about finding your place in the world on your own terms, and Phantom of the Opera is about true love triumphing over fear, and Beauty and the Beast is about like...
Oh, Stockholm Syndrome.
No, I just, when I was looking over my videos, I realised that they all have something in common.
Right, is it that you shouldn't treat your life like it's fiction?
No, it's... I think what I've learned from this year, more than just like post-colonial interpretations of Moonstone and the best bar for cocktails, I've learned that you regret most what you don't do and what you don't say, rather than what you do and say.
Right, so you're planning on doing as many stupid things as possible?
No, I plan on having as many new experiences as possible, and like dreams are great and all that, but when you dream about people it can be dangerous because they don't always follow the script that you give them.
Indeed.
Which is why I want to be a writer, so I can make the characters do whatever I want. What are you laughing at?
You.
I can't believe we're finishing it. We need to think of special ending as the last one.
Ooh, I could always choreograph a quick interpretive dance.
So that's it from Elinor and Marianne Take Barton. I hope you've enjoyed your peek into the exciting lives of the Dashwood sisters.
And if you're an employer, please do not judge me based on these videos.
I want to say thank you to all of the viewers for supporting this, and to my wonderful big sister for helping me.
I haven't really done much.
I love you!
So, for the last time,
this is Marianne Dashwood
and her sister Elinor,
signing off. Bye!